Hi, this is Karen. I I want you to do something for me. I want you to close your eyes. Nothing's gonna jump out at you or spook you or come behind your chair and go boom. Just close your eyes for a second. Think about the United States of America. This is more for the citizens of America. Whether you're born here or you came from somewhere else and now you are a citizen. Think about the pillars of the community. Think about the people who make America great. I'm not talking about baseball and football stars. I'm not talking about celebrities. I'm talking about the people who are up high, like senators, representatives, president, the people that are running for president. Just keep your eyes closed for a minute. Counting on your fingers, how many can you think of that have good in their hearts and really care about the people and really honestly care where America is headed? What is our future? Where are we headed in 4 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line? Now I need a second to do this for myself, so just give me a minute. Okay. Open your eyes. Now, you don't have to tell me, but do you know how many people you thought of when I was asking that question? No, I don't know all the representatives, and I don't know all the senators, and I don't know all for the townsfolk that you're in, the people in legislature, the people in the political realm. I don't know a whole lot of people. It's hard to watch politics these days with all that's going on. And I honestly just try to stay away from it. But I want to get back to your number. How many people did you think of that has a good heart, that cares about the benefit of the people of America? I don't know about you, but there weren't hardly many for me. And if you and I didn't really come up with much of a number, that's saying a lot, isn't it? That's saying a lot. That's saying that the pillars of our community, they have an issue. We have a problem. Now, I'm gonna try to not say too much about who I like with presidency, who I don't like. I'm gonna try. I know I'm not gonna be successful in that. And I don't want this to turn into like a political bloodbath on my channel, because I just don't want to deal with it. But this is coming from my heart. I am a God-fearing woman. I'm a believer in God. And just because I am doesn't mean that you have to be. But I believe that I'm a good person and I have a good heart. And I want you to ask yourself, the people that are running for president, the president of the United States of America right now, do you think that they care about the benefit of the people of the United States of America? Do they really care? Just think about that for a minute. Do they really care, or are they just serving themselves? Are they just serving their own egos and stubborn minds and pride in this political realm, this political race. Instead of saying everything that's wrong with it, I'm going to say what I would hope to happen for the future. Instead of each party breaking down piece by piece their opponents like a chess game, I would hope and pray that our leaders in the political realm, especially running for candidacy for president or representative senators, would pray that they would tell us who they are, what they're looking forward to doing in the next year, 2, 3, 4 years, how they would accomplish that. And I wish that they would share a little bit more of themselves, who they are at home. And I wish that they themselves would say all these things, because it's very nice for somebody else to say it for you. But when you say it for yourself, there's a certain humility that comes along with that. And I pray that we would start to get to know people and not what they plan to do, not what they have done, not the things they've done wrong, not their whole political agenda per se, but really who they are. And do you have any numbers? Did you have a number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of good-hearted people? Hillary Clinton, maybe. Trump, maybe. Obama. Michelle. Other representatives and senators and so on and so forth. Did you get a number in there somewhere? I'm not thinking that number is very high. And my heart cries out, because that is a sad thing. We need our people in politics to be pillars. And just like in the church, we need pillars in the church. And a pillar is somebody that you can stand on, that you can trust with who you are, with your future, with everything that you are. Somebody that you can trust, somebody that you can lean on, somebody that you know has your back, somebody that won't snitch on you or won't turn their back on you no matter what the cost. Do we have any of those in the political realm? I don't think that there's very many. And that is why America is in trouble. I see when it's time to select president, I see when the campaign starts to happen that this side throws as much hate and mud and nasty things at the other candidate, and this one, their party, comes right back and does the same exact thing. Now, you're showing us how childish you are when you do that. You're showing us that you really can't handle being president. You really can't handle being in the political realm. You're showing us how childish you are. And how, I don't care if you have a PhD, if you've, whatever institutions and colleges you've come from, and how many degrees you have. If you're not good here, then you're just, for America, not as a person, but for America, then you're not good to be in the political realm. You have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Do I really care about the people, or am I just trying to feed myself? And we're in a time where at any moment there could be a shooting and 20 people get killed, 30 people, 40, 100. We're in that time right now. And as people look at America, that's what they see. Is the pictures of Hillary and Trump with their faces all distorted and the captions, the big captions underneath. That's what people see when they look at America right now. They see the leaders. We don't have any leaders. Now, there might be a lot of positions filled as leaders, but I don't believe that we have much. And I don't know what to do about it. I know that when things happen, people automatically go to social media and go to Twitter and light candles and go to Twitter and say, well, we pray for those who are killed in this incident. We don't know what to do, and we need a leader to tell us what to do. We need leaders. We have none. The cry of my heart is to not put people on blast, to put people down, but the cry of my heart is for the good people to stand up and become the pillars of a community. And if the people in politics don't stand up, then we have to stand up. We have to pray for direction from God, from what to do. Whether, I don't care if you are a Christian or not. We still have to pray. I don't care if you don't believe in God. You have to believe in something bigger than yourself. So choose something bigger than yourself with a good heart. And think on that. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what holidays you celebrate and don't. We're the people of the United States of America. And if we don't tell them now that we won't deal with this, how long will we let it go on? How many more killings will there be? How many more people will we lose? Now you might have, sometimes if you're watching something, you might have a list in your head of things, of points that you want to make to the person who's making the video. This is my point. Let's talk about this. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into a political fight because I don't want to watch politics to begin with, because it's the whole institution of it is just so nasty. And it's just, in the Bible it says you cannot fight evil with evil, because you're just going to keep on going back at each other. But instead of writing that list to me and getting mad at me for the things that I've said, I want you to go back and close your eyes. Remember the very beginning of the video. I asked you to take a second and close your eyes. How many people do you see in the political realm that have good hearts and that really, really care about the people and really care to do good for those people? We still have that same number. Those are the people that we need to be talking to. Not yelling at, not swearing at, not behaving like drunkard college students but to treat bad things with kindness. My grandmother always said something to me when I was a child. She's long been passed, and praying she's been gone to heaven for a long time now. But she has always said to me, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. I've always liked that. I've always liked that saying. It always reminded me that in order to get something not out of people like manipulation, but if you're kind to somebody else, they'll be kind to you. Oftentimes on Facebook, after there's been a shooting or something, I see so many people writing things about hate. We're confused and bitter and angry, and we don't know what to do. The only thing I know to do is pray. And I have no idea where this video will find itself in a week from now, a month from now, maybe a year from now. Maybe it'll just sit here with maybe 2 or 3 people viewing it. But I pray that the Lord will pass it on and pass it on and pass it on. It doesn't matter where you come from, but it matters where we're going. It's always the destination. And not just the destination, but the journey. So far in my life, as far as the world and where it's going, I don't like this part of the journey. It's scary. And I'm afraid of what will become of us if we don't change our ways. If we don't say thank you more, and open doors more, and be patient more, and not speeding to the red light. And if we don't have a mentality of me, and I, and mine, and I gotta get mine before you get yours. And if that is any part of any candidate's reality for presidency, then quite frankly, we don't need that. Again, tell us who you are. Tell us where you come from. Tell us what you're proud of. Tell us where you want America realistically in 5 years. Don't just tell us a whole bunch of unpromised words. And stop focusing so much on the other person's sliver in their eye until you get the plank out of your own eye. We need a government that can stand up and do what is right. Do what is right in your hearts to do right. And if you don't have a heart for doing right, then you just need not to be anywhere around the political realm of making decisions, because you're leading us into harm's way. All the people that have made decisions to lead us into harm's way, You're just doing the same thing like leading a lamb to the slaughter. And I don't want to be that lamb. I pray this will reach people. And I've not said this with anything else but my heart. We need pillars of the community. We need a government, a president who will do what is right. And unfortunately, this year, 2016, I feel like it is the less of the two evils we would be voting for. Don't you long for a country that is filled with love instead of hate? Don't you long for the people who will do more for each other than they do for themselves? Don't you long for a country that the whole world will be longing to be us? I can't imagine any more nations though any longer do long to be us. Where are we going? Where are we headed? And who's going to get us there? We're the people. We decide. We decide who gets to be president. We decide who gets to be candidates. And we should decide whether or not we can stand by and let things happen as they have been. God bless you. God bless America.
America, America, may God thy gold refine till one success be nobleness and every gain divine. When I was in school, we used to sing something like this. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties. Above the throne. because my God done shed his grace on me. And you ought to love him for it because he